could add a write geo, and then in here I can write it out as a Alembic file, FBX file, or an OBJ file, which you can certainly bring into pretty much any 3D application out there at the moment. And so that's how you would export the geometry. Make sure that you export it just for the one frame. You really don't need to save 167 frames for the export. It's not going anywhere, it's not doing anything. And as part of that process too, you could also export the camera, and that's as easy as just plugging in the scene to the Poison mesh and then adding the read node down underneath the scene node here. So you could then write the geo out from the scene, which would include the camera and the scene. I could also plug the point cloud into the scene as well and generate it and get it out as well as the mesh. Now very quickly, I'm just going to delete that Poison mesh now, just so that and get rid of the right geo. So if I double click the point cloud, here's our point cloud here. I'll deselect back to my textured, and what I'm going to show you is that you can actually select these verts and generate a mesh object just off these verts. So reposition your viewport just so that you can get the best selection here. Go up to your vertex selection and just select the box area, and then just arc around and try to really fine tune that selection. So obviously you don't, let's undo that for a sec. Let's try that again. So that's probably a pretty good angle. So I'm just selecting these here, and I really want to try to get all of the verts that are important. Now to add, just hold down shift and you can keep adding. Now to subtract, you go shift alt, and that way you can deselect some of these, and then you're using your standard rotation and move tools for the viewport. So I'm just trying to really tidy up exactly what I want, and what I don't want is this stream of stray verts behind it. So I can just come into a top view here and then just hold shift and alt and get rid of those there. So it's starting to look pretty close. It's probably okay to just for the purpose of the exercise. So with those selected, what I'm going to do is go to groups, which is in the second tab here. I'm going to create a group, and what it's done is it's created a group out of that selection. I'm just going to